Ever wondered about growing your very own plants from cuttings? Today we're embarking on a journey to unlock the secrets of successful plant propagation. We'll explore 10 steps from selecting healthy cuttings to finally transplanting them into soil. So, ready to give it a shot? Let's dive into the first step. First things first, start by picking cuttings from a healthy mother plant. The vitality of the mother plant plays a pivotal role in the success of your cuttings. Look for a plant that's bursting with life, showing no signs of pests or diseases. The ideal candidate will have vigorous growth, lush foliage, and a robust root system. Now let's talk about the type of cuttings you should choose. Opt for semi-woody cuttings. These cuttings strike the perfect balance, being neither excessively hard nor soft. Semi-woody cuttings are generally more resilient and have a higher chance of successful rooting. Remember, the key to successful propagation lies in the health and quality of your cuttings. By choosing a healthy mother plant and selecting the right type of cuttings, you're already setting the stage for a thriving new plant. Now let's move to the next step. You've got your cutting, now it's time to make the cut. A key to successful propagation lies in making precise cuts. It all starts with a sharp cutting tool. A dull blade can crush the stem, causing unnecessary damage, so keep those shears sharp. Now aim to make your cut at a 45-degree angle, roughly half an inch below the node. The node is that little bump on the stem where leaves, branches, or buds grow. This angle increases the surface area for rooting and helps the cutting absorb more water. Your cut's length is essential too. It should ideally be between 6 to 10 inches, with 2 to 3 nodes above the rooting node. Remember, shorter internode distances usually result in higher success rates, so don't be afraid to trim it down. But what's next? Well, with the cutting ready, we move on to the next step. Let's prepare the rooting solution. Next, we prepare the rooting solution. This vital concoction begins with clean, non-saline water as its base. The purity of the water ensures there are no unwanted elements that could interfere with the rooting process. Now, to this base, we add certain additives that enhance the rooting environment and speed up the process. These could be rooting hormone powder, aspirin, willow water, or even fresh aloe vera gel. Each of these additives has its own special properties that not only expedite the rooting but also help to ward off contamination. Rooting hormone powder in particular is a popular choice for its proven effectiveness in promoting root growth. Aspirin, willow water, and aloe vera gel, on the other hand, are more natural options that can also act as antibacterial agents, keeping your rooting solution clean and disease-free. Once the solution is ready, we can proceed to the next step. Now let's talk about the importance of cleanliness. Ensuring that your containers are clean is vital for successful rooting. This isn't just about aesthetics, but about creating a healthy environment for your plant cuttings. Any dirt or contamination could potentially introduce harmful bacteria or fungi, which we definitely don't want, so always start with a clean, transparent container. This not only allows you to monitor root development closely, but also helps in maintaining cleanliness. If you're wondering about the frequency of changing the water or rooting solution, a good rule of thumb is every 3 to 4 days. Why so often, you may ask? Well, this practice helps to prevent the buildup of pathogens and keeps the environment fresh for your cuttings to thrive. Remember, your cuttings are essentially in a vulnerable state, and the cleaner their surroundings, the better their chances of developing healthy roots. With a clean container ready, we move on to the next step. Oxygenation is key to healthy root growth. Just as we humans need oxygen to breathe, plant roots also require oxygen to thrive. In a state of oxygen deprivation, roots can become weak and susceptible to disease. Now, how do you enhance oxygen levels in your rooting solution? The answer is quite simple and involves a little daily ritual. Each day, lift the cutting out of the solution and give it a good stir. This action introduces air into the water, which dissolves to provide the much-needed oxygen to the developing roots. This method of promoting oxygenation takes its cue from principles observed in aeroponics and hydroponics. In these systems, roots are frequently exposed to air, allowing for optimal oxygen uptake. So, by lifting and stirring, you're essentially creating a mini aeroponic environment for your cuttings. With the oxygenation process complete, we can now place the cuttings. Remember, oxygenation is a daily task, so keep this routine up for the best results. It's time to place our cuttings in the solution. The process is straightforward, but precision is key. Make sure to submerge the cuttings at least 2 inches above the lowermost node, which will serve as the bedrock for root formation. This step is crucial. as it ensures the cuttings are deep enough in the solution to absorb the nutrients necessary for growth while still being able to breathe. Now let's talk about positioning. The cuttings should be in a well-lit area with indirect sunlight. This balance of light and shade is essential for the cuttings to photosynthesize and grow. If possible, consider suspending the cuttings within the container. This adds stability and prevents the cuttings from toppling over, giving them the support they need to grow strong and healthy. With the cuttings in place, we wait for the magic to happen. In the meantime, remember to continue maintaining a clean environment and promoting oxygenation to ensure optimal growth. Once the roots have developed, it's time to move them into the soil. Begin by selecting a suitable potting mix, considering the plant's specific needs. Some plants prefer a sandy mix, others a loamy one, and yet others may require a more peat-heavy mix. Prepare the pot by filling it halfway with the chosen mix. Now, carefully lift the cutting from the water, taking care not to damage the tender roots. Place it in the pot, spreading the roots out as naturally as possible. Next, gently cover the roots with more potting mix until the lowermost node is just below the soil surface. Tamp down the soil lightly around the base of the cutting to ensure good contact with the roots. Water the newly transplanted cutting thoroughly, but avoid overwatering, as this can lead to root rot. Place the pot in a well-lit spot with indirect sunlight and maintain a consistent watering schedule. And there you have it, your very own plant grown from a cutting. So, that covers the entire process of growing plants from cuttings. To summarize, we began by selecting healthy cuttings from a vigorous mother plant, ensuring it was free from pests and diseases. We emphasized the importance of using semi-woody cuttings for optimal results. Next, we discussed the necessity of making precise cuts at a 45-degree angle using a sharp tool. The cuttings should ideally measure between 6 to 10 inches in length, with 2 to 3 nodes above the rooting node. We also touched upon the significance of removing nitrogen by watering the plant or branch before taking cuttings. We advised against fertilizing the parent plant for at least 15 days before taking cuttings to prevent nitrogen buildup. Moving forward, we covered the preparation of a suitable rooting solution. We suggested enhancing the solution by incorporating rooting hormone powder, aspirin or willow water, or fresh aloe vera gel to deter contamination and expedite rooting. We emphasized the importance of maintaining clean containers and changing the water or rooting solution every 3 to 4 days. We also discussed the role of oxygenation in promoting healthy root growth, and how it can be increased by lifting the cutting out of the solution daily and stirring it. Furthermore, we highlighted the need to submerge the cuttings at least 2 inches above the lowermost node and position them in a well-lit area with indirect sunlight. Finally, we tackled the process of transplanting the cuttings into a suitable potting mix once multiple roots have developed. Beyond these steps, consider providing diluted water-soluble NPK solutions or compost tea once rooting commences. Incorporating vitamin B1 into the rooting solution can also help alleviate potential stress. In essence, these guidelines offer a comprehensive approach to achieving successful rooting of plant cuttings in water. With diligence and a bit of patience, you'll see your efforts rewarded with healthy, growing plants. With these steps, you're well on your way to becoming a successful home gardener. Happy gardening!